Not the first period, but overall a good bounce back from last night.
Yeah, I mean, the score, you don't really. We didn't play probably bad in the first period. We were down 2-0. We didn't play bad, in the second period last night, and they scored 2, and just 2 egregious errors. And that's right now. That's what we are. We're a team that when we get some stuff going, we're going to take a penalty, or we're going to give up a breakaway because we make a poor decision at the blue line, or try to stick handle through somebody. So those are all huge momentum plays. That the last couple weekends we've really struggled keeping momentum and just doing the simple thing all the time. And that's a challenge for us to figure that out and just play the same way all the time. But the effort was good. I'm proud of how hard the guys fought through it.
I thought Charlie Russell played well tonight, and I thought Owen Fowler was really strong on the
penalty
kill.
Yeah, those guys played really well tonight. Need them to, obviously. So they gave us a lot of juice.
You're able to get to Colgate's net a lot more efficiently than you have previous games and weeks. What did you like that allowed you to do that?
Well, I mean, we got to be able to score goals around the net like we did I guess in the power play it's kind of a greasy goal, but we had probably 4 or 5 chances around the net in the third that we couldn't get to the rebound because we just kind of stand up straight, or we take a shot and then we let someone push us off the net. So that's something we got to be better at. We got to be able to. I mean, their kid played well tonight, their goalie. So then the next thing is you just get pucks and men in front of the net. And Jaden Lipinski is a guy that has to. Thomas Freel is outstanding at that. That's where he makes a living. And Lipper's a guy that should be a guy that can do that. He's got to work on the technique with it, power play and 5-on-5. But he's there. It's just the next piece of it is how do you capitalize.
How big was Justin's goal there early in the third? How much juice do you feel like that gave the rest of the guys?
It gave us a lot. I didn't even see it, to be honest. I must take a funny bounce, so that was a little fortunate, I guess. But he just seems to find a way to get to score, which is a good trait to have.
This went right off the end wall and right onto his stick, right into the slot. So.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I didn't look at it yet. I didn't. Yeah, it looks like we just dumped it in and then it came to him. So it's nice to get a bounce like that.
How galvanizing can a win like this be? I mean, just be able to score big goals in big moments really for the first time all year. But I guess time will tell. But
yeah, I mean, I don't think you play to win every game. But you have to have a process to that first, and we don't really have that as a team yet. We have some guys that have it, and then with all the fresh faces, we have some guys that struggle to just do the same thing all the time. So the effort and the attitude, like we call it E&A. They had it. I think they had it last time. It wasn't like we didn't play hard. Even in Quinnipiac, we played hard. And the next piece of it is playing smart and disciplined, and that's we're a long ways from that.
You might not be able to take much of a look at this. I don't know how much you're able to, but across the college hockey landscape, with all these CHL guys, it seems like there's a lot of teams that should be really good that are struggling so far.
Yeah, I think that's, I think everybody thinks that, a lot of time at the beginning of the season, you get ranked whatever polls or that, and it's all based on what happened last year. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not that. We're going to be our own team, whatever that is. So people telling us that we're going to be real good. We know in our locker room what we are, and right now we're a team grinding to find what we are. Find our identity. So you're going to see that everywhere. You see it every year. I think they're going to see more of it this year with a lot of players that no one knows much about with the CHL stuff. So, but we're just focused on trying to figure out what we're doing.
Good bounce back game from Alvin tonight, especially after the first period. You think?
Yeah, he made a couple good stops. He obviously fought it the whole weekend. And he knows it, but he'll be fine. But after giving up those two chances, and they got 2 in the first, it was good to see him make some big saves down the stretch.
What do you like about this win?
I like the effort. It was hard. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They, and then they get a lead and they don't make it. They pack it in. You have a lot of zone time. You get, and but it's hard to generate on them. And then, you know, we obviously took way too many penalties both nights. Anytime you get momentum, it seemed like we're going to the box. But they didn't quit, you know, and we didn't, you know, I'm sure they were frustrated at times, and I thought the bench was good. You know, a lot of that's the coaching staff. Like, I was brutal last night on the bench. I've been brutal the last couple of weekends, just frustration. And that's you know, some of that, you know, that seeps into the guys too. So it's all of us. It's not just, hey, this guy played well or that guy played well. It's, you know, it's the whole, everything we do as a staff and you know, so it's, it was good to see the guys just keep going the whole night.
Third period was probably your best period of the weekend.
Yeah, I
Would you agree? Or?
I mean, it felt like it. You know, then it felt like they'd come down and like they'd almost score. We'd be in the zone for a minute or two, and then they come down and almost score. So it's like, you know, those are the things that we got to be able to. It can't be, okay, we're playing offense. Okay, they break out, and then, you know, it's a 2-on-2, and then we get beat up the ice. It's 3-on-2, and all of a sudden it's in the back of our net. That's an immature team. I thought that happened a couple times, but the energy was good.
Any other questions for Coach?
Leave him as soon as you get here.
Leave me alone.
Questions for Thomas? If you want to wait 1 second, he always goes the other way.
There he is.
Questions for the student athletes?
Max, just go over the goal. Obviously, your first goal in a Blackberry uniform could have been a more opportune time, but their defenseman lost his stick, so I don't know if that led to anything, but all of a sudden, you know, you got the puck in the zone. Can you go over the play that led to the game-winning goal?
Charlie Russell he made a great play to kind of neutralize that defenseman, made him use his stick, and then you know, the puck just kind of squirted my way, and I don't know where their other guy was, but me and Holter went in on a 2-on-1 and just ended up shooting the puck and going in.
5-0.
Yep.
Max, what was that moment like for you scoring your first at the Alphon? Was it, like, describe the emotions, was it better than your brother could have ever described it to you?
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty special. I don't really know. I mean, the emotions were definitely very high, and I was really proud of that moment. Definitely looking to pop a couple more in as the season goes on. So.
Did he give you 5 holes? Was it one of those, or were you thinking of getting over the hole, or was it?
I mean, I saw that it was kind of a 2-on-1 with Holt.
Yeah.
Just kind of let my instincts take over, and that's kind of the outcome that happened. So.
Thomas, thoughts on the goal? Thoughts on the game?
Well, no, I just want to touch on Max
Okay.
quick. Like, I think he, like his brother, there's such unique people in that you take that moment last night where he makes a move, bets on himself, goalie just gets a touch on it, goes over the crossbar, and then he gets that chance tonight. It would have been so easy for him to pass up on that after missing last night's, but the self-belief and confidence that both him and his brother have is so unique. It's what makes them such great hockey players. And so for him to bet on himself and take that opportunity, it's what's going to help both our team this year and make them have a great career moving
That's a
forward.
great point. I forgot about that. Yeah. How much did that mean to, you know, have that great chance last night? He gets a pad on it, and then wind up scoring a game winner tonight.
Sorry to bring that up. But.
No, it's all good.
That's what captains are
I mean,
supposed to do.
it happened. You know, like last night happened. I'm obviously so proud of what happened tonight, and definitely going to take my chances with the opportunities that I get. Appreciate Freel's words
The
there.
game itself, with thoughts. I thought third period was the best period of the weekend we've got.
Yeah.
But just thoughts on the game overall, please. Thank
You know, it's not easy to win games right now in college hockey. You look around the nation and like teams all over the place are upsetting left, right, and center, and we're in it right now. We're scraping wins, and so it really just boils down to us doing our process and not really even looking at the scoreboard. Like you said, I thought this third period, but this game as a whole was much better step forward than last night. Working on the little things. We talked in between periods about urgency and self-belief, and no matter what the score was, just keep pushing, and eventually it worked out in the end.
Thomas,
Coach has talked about how this team's looking for its identity. Feel like a game like tonight, comeback win, helps form that identity?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a win like tonight, come back, win in overtime, that's the type of thing that can turn a season around. That's the type of one that can really get the room together and gel the group. So yeah, I think tonight was a big win, and hopefully we can kind of carry that momentum forward starting hockey use next weekend.
As a leader, Thomas, in the locker room, what were some of the things that you were saying maybe between periods 2 and 3, knowing you guys were kind of in a situation where it's kind of urgent, right? You guys want to break this 2-game slide, and what are some of the things you guys kind of talked about?
Yeah, like I was saying, I think we were just trying to preach urgency and self-belief. Last night, I thought we were really good in the last 10 minutes, but we just kind of ran out of time on the clock, and so tonight, it was more about coming right out at the start of the third period and acting like every minute was the last minute, and then you saw us get one earlier in the third and keep pushing, and the momentum carried over into overtime, and Scotty was able to pot one. So that's kind of what we were trying to preach. Maturity, urgency, and self-belief is kind of what.
I just kind of want to go back to, that, Justin's goal early in the third period. Did that really give the rest of the guys, some juice and some pep in their step?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's an awesome kid and awesome player, obviously, and he's really, really buying in. You've seen him throw hits left, right, and center, which I don't know if that's normally his game, but I love it. And so for him to get that goal and jack up the crowd, the whole bench, it was awesome. And like I said, I think that just kind of carried forward, and that gave us the juice we needed for the rest of the game.
Nice to get a break like that too on that bounce.
Yeah, it's the alpha on bounce right there. It's assist from the old lady, so it's nice.
Any other questions?
Thomas, can you describe your goal, kind of just throwing it on net and, good things happen? Is it just kind of as basic as that?
Yeah, it was a very ugly goal, like most of my goals. I Holtby gave it across me. I knew both Scotty and Fowles were in the top of the crease or back door, and so I just tried to put it hard across the crease. Fortunately, I guess I missed my read and went towards the net and kind of fooled the goalie, but yeah, I mean, at this point, we'll take whatever we can get.
Overall, you guys were just able to get to their net a lot more than previous weeks. What did you see that kind of allowed you guys more success?
Yeah, I think we were really struggling trying to maintain possession in the O zone and then generating chances from it. I thought we did a much better job tonight of getting it back to the point, getting to the net, much better job at the net front, getting secondary chances. That was one of our keys to success for tonight, and I thought we kind of did a good job of it.
One more?